Hello, I'd like to go over briefly why you are being a total screw up with your computer. I just guarantee you're screwing it up. If you're not, then you're 1 in 1,000 because you're just screwing your computer up. You're putting your pictures and all your important data to risk. Now, I've got a lot of camera lenses, but that ain't nothing compared to the number of hard drives I got. I got over 220 hard drives. I mean all working hard drives. I've got a huge pile of dead hard drives that I take apart and rip neodymium magnets out of. By the way, how'd you like this image? I actually created this image years ago. I have a hovering hard drive over top of digitized binary data. Pretty neat, huh? I thought it was a really easy image to create. And if I told you how easy it was to create, you wouldn't believe me. Anyway, I'll send you the link on this article. I wrote it for Apple. It's called Methodology to Protect Your Data, Backups versus Archives, and Long-Term Data Protection. It'll take you 20 minutes to skim this article. And if you spend 20 minutes skimming this article, compared to everybody else, and when it comes to protecting your data, you'll be a god by comparison. It's really that simple. So what is it that you're doing that is just so nasty? Before getting to that, let's talk about buying some external hard drives. Seagate are the worst, okay? What I know about hard drives, dwarfs what I know about I know a lot about lenses. What I know about hard drives dwarfs what I know about lenses by comparison. Go out and grab like some of the Toshiba Slims. Now these are available in this size now, in 1.5 terabytes. It's a neat little aluminum casing hard drive. Inside is a 9.5 millimeter Toshiba. For home use, obviously not for portable use, I buy these little hard drive caddies for holding 2.5-inch laptop hard drives. These are 1 terabyte Toshibas. Obviously, due to electrostatic concerns, I'm not going to touch the hard drive controller. The reason why I use naked hard drives is explained in the article, because it eliminates a nasty part found within all external hard drives, and that is the SATA bridge. The SATA bridge is a major failure point. It's the bus, or the wheels, if you will, where the rubber meets the road. As far as hard drives, it's always the part that fails. I got more than a few of these. I don't recommend you buy them because they're slightly pricey, but I thought you'd love to take a look at them anyway. If I can get it out of the case here, which I may not be able to. No, I can. There we go. Anyway, this is the world's slimmest hard drive currently. Western Digital has their own version. It's only 5 millimeters thick. I put electrostatic plastic coated barrier on the back so I wouldn't incur static issues to the hard drive controller, but this is the world's thinnest hard drive. This is a 500 giger. It's a single platter hard drive, and it's a hair less than 5 millimeters, but it's basically 5 millimeters. I thought you'd find that interesting, maybe not. I have this undue fascination with hard drives, but the more you know about a hard drive, the less you will actually trust them. The huge mistake, obviously I pointed out in other videos, is that people think their data is safe on a backup hard drive. It's like, well, they got their data on their computer, which is a big mistake. It's like, well, what do you mean it's a big mistake? I'll explain that in 2 seconds. But then they have their hard drive backed up on Time Machine, if you're using Apple, or they have a backup of their data here. And it's just such a huge bleeping mistake. It's just huge. It's like, well, I got a backup of my data and it's on my hard drive. Well, 8 times out of 10 that'll be okay, but it's no good for long-term storage. You keep this and they're safe wherever you go and find out that that is corrupt on here after your computer dies, and then you've lost. I've heard the story, doing tech support for Apple, and I used to repair Compaq at Toshiba Lab. I've heard the story at least 10,000 times. It's just endless thousands. It was like, oh, I just lost 10 years of data. It's like, okay, this is a 2 terabyte 2 terabyte internal drive. It's a 4 platter 2 terabyte. Toshiba, Hitachi currently makes them. Like I said, stay away from Western Digital unless it's a black server grade hard drive. But this is a backup, and people make the mistake, think their data is safe there. It's not. But this particular video is about where you're really jacking up your computer. Where you are really screwing the pooch on your computer. Excuse my salty language there. By the way, so far as the naked hard drives, I use a dock with those. These are the most compact. I can actually fit 12 terabytes worth of storage in a very small space. And when I go to need them, I just at home, I just pop them in a hard drive dock. These hard drive docks, which you get Anchor Direct, are like $40 a piece. But where everybody is screwing up is something I fixed, and I put it in a really... If it's good enough for Apple, then it's good enough for you, and I wrote it for Apple. You need to differentiate. If you're using your computer correctly, here's what's going to happen. Okay, you get your computer new out of the box, you load all your applications on it, your system files necessary for everyday use. You're using it every day. Basically, it's anything related to your applications, okay? Your operating system, obviously, your operational files, which should be few, but whatever you need that absolutely must be on the computer. Necessary use files, obviously. You're not keeping your pictures on there. Here's the number one thing that everybody screws up on, okay? Number one thing. If you don't forget this, because it's so important. And superficially, you're going to think I'm so wrong, but I am so right. Your computer... Doesn't matter what it is. Who makes it? Doesn't matter one damn bit. Okay? Your computer is not a data storage device. Okay? Think about that and drill that one into your head permanently at the front of your brain. Your computer is not a data storage device. Okay? What is it? Well, is your desk a storage device? No, you got a filing cabinet behind you. Multiple filing cabinets. Your desk is where you work on crap, okay? You got your stapler and you got your little whatever the hell over here you need for your daily work, okay? But you're not keeping the crud piled up on top of your desk, are you? Are you? You'll sometimes see a few idiots that do that, but no, your computer is a system hub where you keep your applications, your productivity data for common daily use. Okay, and now I know some people, one of them died last year that created Time Machine. If you're using Time Machine for Apple, the people that know the most about how the Time Machine works do not use Time Machine. Time Machine is a newbie novice device, so if you're using Time Machine, you're screwing the pooch. If you think your data, and you're an Apple user, and if you think your data is safe on Time Machine, you're just sticking your head right in the lawnmower, okay? Forget about Time Machine, okay? Start using hard drive clones. Now this doesn't have a hard drive, it has a solid state drive. Same premise, doesn't matter. You hook up an external hard drive, okay? You make a clone. You can get the free application called Super Duper. It will clone absolutely everything. So if this croaks and kicks the bucket, you have to go out and buy a new computer or install a new solid state drive. You can reverse toss everything on there. It'll be exactly like you never left it. Another great thing is you can boot from this. So my entire computer is on this hard drive. This particular laptop is anyway. That means I could take this anywhere and boot up a completely foreign Apple computer on this. So if I have this with me and I'm on the other side of the earth, my computer kicks the bucket, goes, as the English say, tits up. I love that expression from the English. They say tits up. If your computer goes tits up, you pop down to the Apple Store, Best Buy. I mean, we were not a Best Buy over there, but you grab another laptop, and you will reverse clone it from this, and boom, absolutely everything that was there before is still there. So you need to keep a hard drive clone. Now why did I say your computer is not a data storage? Well, yeah, it is. It's for storing data. No, it isn't. This is a system hub, okay? Everything on here doesn't matter how big your hard drive is or how big your solid state drive is or if it's a huge... Well, I've got a huge desktop and, it's got a 3 terabyte hard drive in it. Well, good. Who gives a damn? It doesn't matter. Your computer is a system hub. And what that means is that other than dropping a little bit in storage size by adding more applications and some unnecessary bin files and just oddball stuff that you never use this for storing music on unless you're listening to it daily. You're not putting movies on here, you're not putting pictures on it. You are temporarily, okay? But you immediately get them off the computer, okay? You're not storing pictures, music, media files, video, music, static data that you aren't using, files saved, Tor files, whatever the hell you download. I don't know what you downloaded, CD stuff from the internet, it doesn't matter. Okay? There's 2 things you need to understand. If you understand this about computers, it doesn't matter if it's Apple or Windows, you got 2 things. You got your system hub, which is your applications and your system operating system. That stays on your computer, okay? And also on a hard drive clone, okay? Your computer is eventually going to go tits up, as the English say. It means croak, die, kick the bucket, fall down and drool on itself, and you'll have a hard drive clone. That means you'll be up and running in no time. Boom, that's like it. Go down and get another computer, get it fixed, reverse clone it, or toss it in if it's got a hard drive, and then boom, done it many times. Very, very easy. Computer is a system hub only, a data hub. Now on my desktop I have 4 connected hard drives. I've got 12 terabytes of 4 different hard drives, which is a bit excessive for most people, but even if I was using this notebook as a desktop, I'd have 2 hard drives connected at all times, okay? And then I make identical duplicates. Say I have a lot of pictures I bring in. I immediately make duplicate copies to 2 external hard drives connected to this. If you're traveling and you don't have 2 hard drives, you're screwing up, okay? Take all your pictures, bring them in, import them, mess them if you want, immediately take them to one hard drive, immediately take them to another hard drive. Keep the hard drive separate in case you lose one suitcase, so you're still protected. And always have additionally a third drive if you're traveling overseas, so you got your entire computer cloned. That way you can boot up from this with another computer, be it Windows or a Mac machine, which of course is far more divine, far more simple, far better of a device. Everybody's going to hate me for that one. But remember, your computer is not a storage platform. It isn't. It's a system hub. If you use your computer the way that I outlined in this article, this is the easiest, safest, best way to use your computer, Apple or Mac, bar none. Because my my storage space in my on my notebook or my desktop, doesn't matter what. Well, basically, it'll fluctuate up and down a little bit, but it'll never drop down. Everybody thinks their computer is a data storage device, and it is not. It is not, okay? Keep your applications and stuff you use on there on daily. Constantly offload to 2 identical hard drives. First one's a backup. A backup is not safe. The only religion in protecting your data is 4 words, okay? There's only 4 things. Redundancy, 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 redundancy. One's not enough. One is horrible. A backup is horrible. It's no good. It's not safe enough, period. I've had so many people say, oh, my computer died. I went to my backup for my data because that's where I keep my important stuff on that I've been working on for 15 years, and it's corrupt too. Now I'm screwed. It's like, oh my God, you just lost 15 years worth of data because you didn't have an additional $60 hard drive. Oh! Oh! Awful. Don't do it. Don't. So immediately off to 2 hard drives, and every month or so, offload that to an additional hard drive that you keep in a FireVault safe. Also, a 4th option is having an off-site server, preferably in another country, where you can keep your data secured, locked up. If you're worried about safety, then encrypt it. There's 1,000 options for that. But your computer is never a data storage device. That is where you are really, really seriously screwing up. If you understand that your computer is a system hub and not a data hub, you are worlds ahead of everybody else. Just flat out bar none. So download this article. Spend 20 minutes with it, for crying out loud. I did 99 revisions on this article. 99. So I've fine-tailed this article, which is not that long. It's got lots of pretty pictures in it for people. By the way, like I said, Time Machine, the people that actually helped build Time Machine, they don't use it. It sucks. So read this article really quickly. You know, if you don't have time, don't care. Your data is important. Read it! So, protect your data. Your computer is not a storage device. It is not. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. If you like this video, drop me a buck or two. Tell me to go jump off the cliff or whatever. Okay?